Hey guys, Kaeyoh here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to show you a really cool counterplay that Tempo Storm did versus MVP Black, and really an interesting way to deal with Sanctification, which is one of those ultimates that we've seen be super impactful, especially in high-level competitive play. Just time and time again, Tyraels run Sanctification, and comps are built around it, usually more with the diving state of play in mind. So in this particular game in the draft, MVP Black was picking Tyrael very early on. They picked it, I think, second pick this draft. So if we just look at the drafts real quick, on this side of MVP Black, we have Tyrael, and that's being played by Rich. You got Sign on ETC, so you have the double front line. Makes sense when you're running the Tyrael comp. I like the Tychus pick as well, because Tychus is one of those like mid-range auto attackers that sort of moves up with you when you use Sanctification, so he works quite well with the Tyrael in that case. And then we also have Sylvanas, just to use the silence for team fights. So, I mean, pretty darn good comp for MVP Black. And on the side of Tempo Storm, a little bit weird because they have Lunara, Li Ming, and Zeratul. And Zeratul was picked pretty late for them in this particular draft, and I think it's actually really cool as to why they picked it, which is what I want to talk to you about today. So, Void Prison as an ultimate being used to counter Sanctification. This isn't something I've seen actually that much, and holy cow, it worked so well for them in this game. So the way it works, if you think about it, Sanctification is this great ultimate that saves everyone on your team and allows you to go in and just sort of like move forward and fight into the Sanct. But it basically plays into exactly what Void Prison counters. Void Prison punishes teams that are really stacked, and the thing is, Sanctification is a ground effect. So even though it grants invulnerability, if you VP the entire team on top of Sanctification, Sanctification expires on the ground during VP. VP does not put the Sanctification in stasis. So instead what you get is 5 people, 4 or 5 people that are stacked inside of a VP, and now the invulnerability is no longer there to protect them. So you've grouped everyone up so that you can immediately follow up with cooldowns with all of your ranged, and you've effectively wasted Sanctification. So that's how it's being used this game. Dami did such a good job of saving VP, being super disciplined with it, and using it every time to counter Sanctification. So let's look at a couple fights and see how it plays out. In this particular scenario, Honkono here on Murden, you can see he's actually avatared right now. This is the only ultimate on cooldown. Avatar has been used here. So Tempo Storm is the ones that is slight disadvantage here. Now they're trying to wait out 16 and fight, which of course is going to give them a little bit of an advantage with level 16, but like I said, they're down Avatar. And so we're going to see how this fight plays out. And we're going to look at a couple different scenarios, but this is the first one. So we're moving down here into this fight. MVP Black is basically stuck on the point down here, so they're forced to team fight, and Tempo Storm knows it, so they're gonna force this fight with 16 here. So you see Honkono kind of moving up into position. So they hit 16, and you're going to see Honkono immediately initiates this fight by jumping in, and he's going to get a Thunderclap on, like, everyone. This is, by the way, a fantastic play by Honkono. You see the Thunderclap, so satisfying to get that on all of those targets with 50% reduced attack speed. So he jumps in there, hits him with the clap, and then immediately you see basically the team fight start to ramp up. Drill is thrown down there. It looks like to block them off and sort of separate Honkono as well as catch these spells from Li Ming, but you can already see the Drill gets instantly chunked. Sanctification gets thrown down. Now, you could argue maybe that was a little bit too early on the Sanctification, but, I mean, it's Rich playing Tyrael here. I'm not going to question him. He throws down the Sanctification, and so this team fight is started. There's a lot of cooldowns being committed. Watch this instantly as Dami goes in there and drops VP on it. So this is completely negating the Sanctification here, and you've got 4 people stuck in a Void Prison. Now, the silence gets thrown out here, and he can't detonate it because he's stuck in the VP as well. That was just a really lucky timing, basically, for them. He was trying to get that silence off, surely to hit the Zeratul so that they didn't get VP'd in this scenario, but it does go off, and the Wailing Arrow gets wasted there. Now you can see they all are ready and set up, so as soon as this ends, they're going to use all their cooldowns and burst everyone down, and of course there's no more Sanctification left for the team. So this ends up being a 4-for-1 trade in favor of Tempo Storm, and this is, in my opinion, just an awesome, brilliant counter to Sanctification. So let's fast forward a little bit and look at another team fight a little bit later in the game. Alright, so now in the setup for this team fight, you see that Tempo Storm is a lot more spread out here as they're getting engaged on by the very grouped up MVP Black. Of course, when you're running Tyrael comps like this, you want to group up so everybody's getting the shields, everybody's getting the speed buffs from the Smite, and of course, you got to have everybody ready to stand in the Sanctification. Now, this looks pretty good here. It's 19 to 17, so no major talent advantage, just a little bit of a stat advantage for Tempo Storm. Honkono's flanking all the way from the side. Lunara's like across the map over here. So they're very split. Let's see how this plays out. This looks like Tempo Storm would get crushed in this situation. But again, we're going to see the similar thing here where Hyde gets a nice blink heal over the wall. And as soon as they engage the fight, there goes Rich trying to move in for the fight. He finds his team here. Look at that really nice isolation there on lockdown, but he beautiful double blink after he gets that reset, right? But once they're committed here in the choke, this is where you're going to see it. So 1 for 1 so far in the fight. Sylvanas fell, and then Rich just executed Brightwing there. So now he's going to turn around, group with them there. Perfect time to use Sanctification. Bam, drops it, instant VP. So again, you're completely negating Sanct with this, and now they're ready for like Lockdown and Duck Duck to throw out their damage and follow up as soon as this is ending. So these guys get to reset their cooldowns, and they also wasted Sanctification. And bam, right out of that, everybody just explodes their damage onto them. MVP Black loses this fight pretty hard yet again. And yeah, I think I was just really impressed at. You know, there's also 2 more team fights. The one was super late game. It was level 20 to level 19, so not really that much worth looking at. But there's also a level 10 fight where this worked as well. But I thought those were the 2 best ones to showcase for you guys here today. But in my opinion, a brilliant draft by Tempo Storm, and honestly, it's really cool to see a team counterplay a Tyrael so hard. So I would suggest for you guys that are dealing with Tyrael in Hero League and stuff, try this out as a counter pick. Try it out as a counter strat. These are good replays to watch if you can watch, Tempo Storm and how they dealt with it in this VOD. Extremely, extremely well played. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know how this counter works for you. If you're seeing other things that maybe I missed in this game that helped a lot more as well, please, by all means, let me know what you guys see in this. But until next time, I should have another video coming tomorrow talking about the semifinals as well. And of course, the finals are out now too, so there surely is going to be some great stuff to talk about there. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. See you then.